Hello again. I have two poems for you today in which the poets take the theme of vampirism to say something about certain kinds of people. The first of them is by the American poet Richard Wilbur, and it's called The Undead. Even as children, they were late sleepers, preferring their dreams, even when quick with monsters, to the world with all its breakable toys, its compacts with the dying. From the stretched arms of withered trees they turned, fearing contagion of the mortal, and even under the plums of summer drifted like winter moons. Secret, unfriendly, pale, possessed of the one wish, the thirst for mere survival. They came as all extremists do in time to a sort of grandeur. Now, to their Balkan battlements above the vulgar town of their first lives, they rise at the moon's rising. Strange that their utter self-concern should, in the end, have left them selfless. Mirrors fail to perceive them as they float through the great hall and up the staircase, nor are the cobwebs broken. Into the pallid night emerging, wrapped in their flapping capes, routinely maddened by a wolf's cry, they stand for a moment, stoking the mind's eye with lewd thoughts of the pressed flowers and bric-a-brac of rooms with something to lose, of love-dismembered dolls and children buried in quilted sleep. Then they are off in a negative frenzy, their black shapes cropped into sudden bats that swarm, burst, and are gone. Thinking of a thrush cold in the leaves, who has sung his few summers truly, or an old scholar resting his eyes at last, we cannot be much impressed with vampires, colourful though they are. Nevertheless, their pain is real and requires our pity. Think how sad it must be to thirst always for a scorned elixir, the salt quotidian blood, which if mistrusted has no savour, to prey on life forever and not possess it, as rock hollows, tide after tide, glassily strand the sea. And the other poem I'm going to read for you is simply called Vampire, and it's by Ted Hughes. You hosts are almost glad he gate crashed. See how his eyes brighten on the whiskey, how his wit tumbles the company like a lightning stroke. You marvel where he gets his energy from. But that same instant, here, far underground, this fusty carcass stirs its shroud and swells. Stop, stop, oh for God's sake stop, you shriek as your tears run down. But he goes on and on mercilessly till you think your ribs must crack, while this carcass's eyes grimace, stitched in the cramp of an ordeal, and a squeeze of blood crawls like scorpions into its hair. You plead, limp, dangling in his mad voice, till, with a sudden, blood-spittling cough, he chokes, he leaves, trembling soon after. You slump back down in a chair, cold as a leaf, your heart scarcely moving. Deep under the city's deepest stone, this grinning sack is bursting with your blood.